All right, so we could look a little further into this problem if we were looking at this as a word problem. So let's say that people are cleaning up a strip of highway or something, right? Like, have you ever seen like the Adopt a Highway things? Organizations like gather and clean up parts of the highway to make it look clean. So let's say that they have adopted 8 miles of highway, right? If there's only two people cleaning that 8 miles, each person, if they're gonna clean an equal amount, would clean 4 miles, right? If they had to clean 4 miles and there were two people, they would each clean 2 miles. If they had to clean 2 miles and there were two people, each would do 1 mile. If they had to clean 1 mile and there were two people, each would clean a half mile. So now, using half divided by two, we could determine how much they would have to clean if they were going to split up a half mile between the two of them. So a half divided by two people. So let's even pretend this is a cookie. If you have half a cookie, right? And you divide it by two people, that gives you 2/4, right? Or 1/4 size pieces. So 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4. Because if you took a half and divided it into two pieces, each piece would be 1/4. All right. So remember, you can also achieve that with leave, change, flip. All right, so leave the first one alone, change the division sign to multiplication, and then flip the second fraction, right? So leave the first one alone, change, and then flip. So 1/2 divided by 2 is the same thing as 1/2 times 1/2. Top times top, bottom times bottom, and there's your answer. So the algorithm always works, um, but it might not yet make total sense. But if you think about it with just chopping up pieces, like this makes total sense. Like if you had, a pizza and then all that was left was this 1/4, or this, all that was left was half of the pizza, right? And you cut this half of the pizza into two pieces. Oops, let's use a different color. Once again, each piece would be 1/4. So, all right, let's move on. Oops. We have a lot to clear. Clear. Okay. So, next, 1/3 divided by 2. All right, so you're taking a 1/3 size piece and you're dividing it into two pieces. So I want you to go ahead and take a guess, like a warm up style. Like what do you think 1/3 divided into two pieces is going to make? Then I want you to try checking your answer with leave, change, flip. Leave, change, flip. Don't forget the whole number still has to turn into a fraction by placing a 1 as the denominator before any of this happens, all right? And then when we come back, we'll check our answer and we'll look at a number line again. All right, welcome back. So leave, change, flip. We're going to leave the first fraction alone. We're going to change the division sign to a multiplication sign. And remember, if this right now looks like 2/1, when we turn it to a fraction, that means when we flip it, it's going to be 1/2, or 1/2. So 1/3 times 1/2 is the same thing as 1/3 divided into two pieces. So 1 times 1, top times top, is 1. Bottom times bottom is 6. So 1/3 divided into two pieces will give you 1/6 sized pieces. Now let's look at that as a number line, all right? So right here, here's 1/3. All right, so if this is 1/3, and this is 1/3, and this is 1/3 right there, that gives us 3/3, or 1/2. All right, but if we take our first 1/3 and then we cut it in half, that would make it to where, if we cut all of our thirds in half, one of those pieces is a 1/6 size piece, right? Because it's the same thing. 3/3 is equal to 6/6, which is equal to 1. All right. So when you take a 1/3 size piece and you cut that 1/3 size piece, oops, when you cut that 1/3 size piece in half, that gives you a 1/6 size piece. So 1/3 size piece divided into two pieces gives you a 1/6 size piece. All right, so I'm going to come back and do a few more, and I'll see you then.